Israel has just celebrated its 70th birthday and is proud to offer a safe home, even instant citizenship, to Jews from all around the world. But Israel's government wants to throw out migrants from East African countries who snuck in, mostly through Egypt. Many claim to be refugees from civil wars or famines with no place else to go. After 8 years in Israel, Yikialo Bene lives in the U.S. and hopes Americans will get involved.
Anyone who is concerned about this issue can and has an influence can advise the Israeli authorities to stop the deportation plan and look for a better solution.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made a deal in early April with United Nations officials for about half the Africans to get new homes, many in European countries, but around 15,000 would remain in Israel. That was so unpopular among Netanyahu's loyal voters that he changed his mind and ditched that deal, crushing the briefly raised hopes of left-wing activists in Israel, such as Alon Lee Green.
We will gain nothing from deporting the people from Israel. We will gain nothing from actually pitting us against the asylum seekers.
Green is director of a Jewish and Arab movement called Standing Together. He and others who are opposed to deporting the Africans brought their case to a small side meeting at J Street. The American Progressive Group was having its annual conference in Washington. Activists from Israel said arrangements had been made with construction unions, farmers, and hotel owners to employ thousands of these migrants and give them work permits. But the government insisted they stay mostly in low-income neighborhoods of South Tel Aviv. A Knesset member in the left-wing Meretz party, Michal Rosen.
They wanted people to shout, take them out, and they have an excuse to lock them up, to put them in detention, or to deport them by force.
Also voiced here in Washington, the thought that Israel is always promoting arms sales to African countries, possibly linked to persuading Rwanda and Uganda to take some of the migrants. This theory, focused on Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman, suggests that Israeli weapons inflame wars in Africa, and that's why there are so many refugees.
He's going every time with the delegation, twice already, with the delegation to Africa, with owners of weapons company, Israeli weapons company, that are fueling conflicts in Africa. Israel has some responsibility for the reason they come to Israel as asylum seekers. Then we turn our back to them and we say, no, you cannot enter Israel.
Prime Minister Netanyahu blames left-wing activist groups for ruining deals he was making with other countries to help solve the migrants issue. Netanyahu says Israel is being criticized unfairly. He calls it slander. Dan Raviv, I-24 News.